Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Weekly close. We're going to clean it up and get ready for the week ahead. 104,150. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump here to the upside. Let's go. I think we can come to an agreement, me and you. Things are going pretty good between us, no? Don't you think? I mean, our relationship has been going well. I show up, you show up, and we both seem to win. I appreciate it. And, yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I wasn't just dry heaving in the bathroom right now. Maybe. You never know, right? I don't know what happened. Maybe something I ate, but God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's break down BTC, see what's happening. Caspa with the move. I gave you Caspa on the call there at about 9 cents. This thing would rip all the way up to about 11.5, and it's all the way to the target. I see it going to 12.2 to hit that target. Then we'll probably, consolidate again for another big move. You can see the Adam and Eve inside. Do you see it? Do you see the Adam and Eve there, or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? But I see this Adam and Eve here that breaks to the upside there for Caspa. So nice move for Caspa. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Caspa. And the trade of the weekend was KAITO. KAITO made a massive pump. Once it started to rip, it just kept ripping. It was the gift that kept on giving. KAITO. And it actually may go for more out this next flag here. KAITO, baby, KAITO. And you know me, I sold on those green candles and got myself some gains. So I rolled my PopCat gains into KAITO. I rolled my KAITO gains into virtual. And now I'm sitting in virtual. And I'm nice enough to show you my next swing bag. And what I do is I just keep swinging. I am a pro swinger when it comes to these altcoins. And yeah, I'm in virtual right now. Looks like it's breaking out. Stochastics curving. Lack of momentum in the MACD. RSI in a good spot. And consolidating after a massive pump touching the 21-day moving average. What else do I need? That's my signal to go long. And I'm going for 43% gains to 278 for virtual. All right. Shout out to anyone that made gains with the lifers. Shout out to Crypto Billy. And then, of course, the gains we made yesterday on Saturday with Bitcoin. I just can't believe it. I made $5,000 yesterday in a day on a Saturday. I expect to make $5,000 on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Never really on the weekends, but when we get moves like that on the weekend, I am impressed. Unbelievable. So I'm also still in a long for Bitcoin on that 4-hour time frame. I'm going to talk about why and what I see. AUKI. I was looking at this coin when it was here. It dropped lower. BNB seems to like this. Binance seems to be into this coin. You might want to research it. AUKI. I don't have any right now, but it's just a new coin that's on my radar that you may not know about. AUKI. And then, of course, TARS AI, the trade of the day that continued to rip to the upside. We gave it here out the flag, and it continued to pump. I actually see a pump coming for this thing. Let me take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Looks like it's kind of following Bitcoin. Like it kind of was going to dip when Bitcoin dipped, and then it looks raw, ready to rip again. This thing looks good. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing rips to 16 cents not too long from now. Again, higher risk because it's already been pumping, but this is I don't want to waste your time. I come here, I do not waste your time. I want to give you the hot stuff right off the bat. You come here, you give me your time, I'm going to give you the hot stuff. This is an altcoin that looks like it's about to rip to the upside and continue. That's a nice move from 11 to 16. And we've been in it since here. It's 8 cents even before that. And we've been watching this thing since the bottoms. TARS AI. The Solana Foundation backs this thing. You think it's going to rip when so rips. What's up, Sammy? Spread the love. Shout out to PS5, Future of Gaming. Shout out to all the beautiful souls here, all the awesome lifers. May God bless everybody out here that sends love my way, supports the lifers, and joins the trading group, says what up, helps other people in the group when they learn, and just keeps it on. Keep it on. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at BTC. And you know what it is. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Right off the bat, just the first thing we've been looking at is just watching this flag. And you can see the flag's actually getting tighter now. Like so. All right. But we got a task to do. You know what we got to do. We got to get ready for Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. I didn't feel so good. I think if I keep doing that, I'm going to pass out. I could go harder. just don't have it in me today. Oh my God. Well, let's take a look here at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Bitcoin opened at 94,227 and 61 cents. The high was 104,984 and 57 cents. The low was 93,377 even. And the candle closed at 104,118 even, up $9,840.38, up 10.44% on the week. One of the beautiful, biggest, nicest weekly candles we've ever had for Bitcoin. And it was sell in May and go away for the bears. Sell the bears. Sell your bear position. But man, what a move for Bitcoin. And you can see the next week's already kind of opening where this week closed, which is a good sign that we're going to continue to rip to the upside. You can see all we have is weekly resistance right here at about 104,000. Where this candle closed right there at 461. I mean, that's our resistance. And you can see we got support on the weekly at 102,650. That's it. I mean, that's it. The weekly breaks through that, and that will be the highest weekly, highest that a weekly candle ever closed. We almost closed higher than that candle there. It almost was the highest weekly candle in history. We're very close. We close a candle above 104,460. It'll be the highest weekly close in the history of Bitcoin. We've wicked higher, but no, not the weekly. On the 2-week chart, I believe we're already about to be the highest the 2-week has ever been. If you look at the 3-week, we've never closed a candle this high in the history of Bitcoin. Highest 3-week candle in history. Obviously, highest monthly candle. Look at the highest monthly candle close in history. In Bitcoin's history, in May, that'll be the highest monthly candle close if we get the close. I don't want to jump the gun here, but so beautiful move for Bitcoin. If you watch the channel, I said I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I told you that I had to buy the fear at 10. I showed you the hidden bullish divergence. We talked about the Fibonacci pulling back to the 618 golden pocket and the wick right there, and we just, I don't know what else to say, but bang. And when everyone was super bearish right here, I said, the hidden bullish says we're going to break this high before we break this low, and it's 90% accurate. I said there's a 90% chance we're going to bounce, and we did. And I've been showing this every single day, and then this flag tells me we can get to about $139,000, $140,000 Bitcoin right there. So I'm calling for 140K on the next leg to the upside. We got to break this high, and then we're gone. And so not a lot of resistance for Bitcoin here as we kind of move forward into the next few days. 3-day chart still looking absolutely beautiful. We slap on the moving averages. You can see that the 21 is far, but it's pushing up. And then the daily. You can see the daily. The next resistance for the daily is going to be about 106. But it easily went through support here. Some support at 101, and then even right where we just bounced, 102.5. So what do I see happening for the daily time frame? It looks like Bitcoin could be just, I see sideways price action. It could be dumping down, but it's been so bullish, and you got so many states adding it to the balance sheet. You have so many more billionaires and millionaires deciding, hey, why don't I own more Bitcoin? What am I thinking? And when they buy, they take the supply. There's more being bought than being actual mined. So what I see is an uptrending flag. I don't see a huge pump out of nowhere. It could happen, but I see more of an uptrending flag and then a rip. Maybe 4 or 5 days of sideways uptrending price action and then a big rip to the upside. Rudy 007 gives a $9.99 super chat. He says, "What's up, Sebby? Please give a shout out to my mom, Martha, for her Mother's Day. We're all watching in the living room. Please take a look at MOODENG for my brother, please. Much love." Shout out to your mom, Martha. May she have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day, and she made a wonderful son. You're a very nice, polite young man. You've been so nice to me, Rudy. And may God bless you, man. Can't wait to see you in Vegas. I know I'm going to see you in Vegas and have a good time. China, US deal, full moon, huge support. Sammy Collin, play-by-play. What else do we need? I don't know. And you always knew that everything, all that tariff stuff was a bunch of nonsense. Anyone that bought into that and got all crazed with it, I just kept buying and knew that price. I kept telling you S&P is going to pump, right? I was never I was never phased, not once. So because we're far from the 21, we could get a vertically, a vertical down pullback, like a downward pullback. But, you never know. There's a lot of bullish price action for Bitcoin right now, so I could see this playing out. So you should start planning out for a more sideways flag to the upside. That wick could have been the lowest price action right there, 103.3. The 12-hour, the 22 both look a bit overbought. And then here we are on the 4-hour time frame. And what I'm looking at is resistance, bounce, bounce, bounce. And then clearly this is a bit of a bull flag here starting to form for Bitcoin. So the smaller time frames may continue to rally here. That puts us to 106.5, and basically we start ripping. We look at the 1-hour time frame, and we were oversold all day sideways, and we just continued to go. I was in a long here. We went up, went down. I'm still in a long for Bitcoin right now. I think it's down about $100. Yeah, right there. I'm in a long though. I figure this flag rips. I don't want to miss it. So I'd rather get stopped. I put a stop below that 200 MA and just figured, let's go, baby. So I see this. I have to play this. We pumped and we've gone sideways. I trade everything that pumps and goes sideways. I'll trade it. If I see it consolidating, I'm in. And so I'm looking for virtual to kind of make that, I'm looking for that. You can trade everything or you can trade a few things. I'm looking for this move here to 106,000. Bitcoin already kind of getting a bit of a pump here. Looking like a triple bottom, double bottom. So I'm long for Bitcoin on these oversold stochastics. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. Sideways price action. And I just, I could see a pump here. And we held price action all weekend long, headed into the next week. I'm bullish, baby. So call me crazy, but I'm long for Bitcoin. And I'm long for like 100 racks too. It's not even that small of a trade. It's a pretty big trade. A 9.95 Bitcoin in the trade. It's already starting to rip. A nice bounce off that 200 MA here for BTC. We take a look at the smaller price action. We got ourselves the flag there on the 1 minute. That's kind of looking like the 1 hour right now. And it is Sunday night. It could be a little trade here. Just a scalperino. No. This is Bit2Next. There we go. See if that flag breaks out. It's a flag above the 200 MA. I win 15 out of 20 of these that I take more than I should, and just keep trading these. So that's my signal right there. I don't love it on a Sunday night, but that's my signal. I saw that on a Tuesday morning. I'm in there every single time. Bang, bang, bang. And shout out to Martha one more time. What a cool son you have. I met him, just a very, very honorable young, I say young man, but honorable man, dude. He's such a good dude. May your family stay blessed. Yeah, so I like what I'm seeing for virtual. And Bitcoin keeps going sideways. These altcoins are going to rip to the upside in a major way. Remember, you said consolidate, pump, consolidate on the daily. Look now. Your TA works on all my gains. 333, baby. It really does, though. It really does. If my students pay attention and listen, they're going to end up realizing that the education led them to gains. Again, I am not a financial guru. I never claimed to be. I am just an educator. I educate you guys on technical analysis day in and day out. And if the TA worked for you and it plays out for you, then so be it. Then you win, all right? So you can see my technical analysis. I see a flag breaking out for Bitcoin. Really nothing else to talk about. And we've taken the weekly all the way down. We got another super chat coming in here. Bro, your energy is amazing. Been some to you since you started back in 2020. PTGC only on Pulse Chain. The coin gonna take over the world. Meme with the best utility in crypto lifer. Please review with the TA this stream. God bless you, PTGC. God bless you. Shout out to Kunda. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. We love you, and we thank you for that $20 super chat. That's insane. You didn't have to give, but you did. That will come back to you tenfold, man. And blessings on blessings. That guy's been watching me for 5 years. It's 2025. He's been watching me since 2020. I can't believe I've been live that long. This has been such a ride. 104,500 Bitcoin pumping as the lifer is here. Bitcoin pumping. This is BookMap. Link to BookMap in the description. Shows you where people are hiding their liquidation levels. See what's happening on the map on BookMap. Seems like there's some liquidations lower, not much above us. If I zoom in, though, we could go either way there. See that? 106,000. Thank you for sharing your sauce and making me no sorry. Thank you. God bless you. Bitcoin is like 3% away from the all-time high. I know. You're the man, lifer. Much love. Shout out to Ross Stewart. Happy Mother's Day to all the lifer mothers and my beautiful wife, Miss Carrie Sanders. Love you. God bless her, man. Shout out to Carrie. Hope she's having a wonderful day. All the awesome lifer moms. Shout out to all the lifer mothers out there. All the mothers watching and all the mothers that help all the lifers that make gains in our group. And there could be kids that have their mom. Right? We have a lot of young men that are in our group. And I know, so many people that support lifers. I've had one-on-ones with women that said, I bought this for my husband. Yeah. So we got to look at what's called PTGC. If I can find it on Pulse Chain. Is this it? Yeah, here it is, the Gray's currency. Okay. $118 million market cap. Was in a nice flag and then came back down to the bottom here. Signs of a possible bounce. Not loving the TA, to be honest with you. Doesn't look amazing, but it is bouncing. You'd want to see it make some type of flag here. Then it kind of can cup and handle its way on out of here. And then continue to the all-time high. It did break this, though, and it did break down. It's in an uptrend slightly. It's going to have a little trouble there at 5,234. And again, I don't own any of this or really know anything about it, but I hope it does well for you, man. God bless you. Let's take a look at FATCOIN. Yeah, I said it. FATCOIN, yeah, dude, with the Boston accent there, FATCOIN. All right, let's take a look here at FARTCOIN. Wow, already back to that $1.3 billion market cap. Unbelievable. And wow, it ripped to 137 like we knew it would. I had it here saying it was going to rip, but it did. It took its time. Like that was April 21st. But it looks like it's going to continue. You have to remember, virtuals, they're all in this bull flag. Virtuals is in it, they're all in it, and they're about to rip. So pick your coin, but the major coins with a lot of liquidity, we're talking Hyperliquid, we're talking ONDO, we're talking SWI. Look at this, 104,540 Bitcoin continuing to pump to the upside. My trade is in the green. This trade is ripping. I showed you, I'm in virtuals for a fat stack here. I got $31,592 in virtual right now, and I'm in. I'm in, baby. You can see I bought 193. I bought 11,799, $22,000 worth of it. I'm not playing around. When I swing these altcoins, I swing these altcoins. 10, 20, 30, 50 grand a pop. All right? Sometimes 100 grand a pop. PEPE Pro's target, please. Okay, what is Pro's target? Yeah, bang, bang. Ape is about to moon, is it? Yeah. I got a bunch of setups in the group that are still ready to rock. So many setups. I would go through everything I posted in the last 3 or 4 days and it'd take like an hour to go through the setups. There's a lot there. All right. And I'm in this coin, just so you know. So yeah. And while we're poking out, now I wouldn't be surprised if we hit this top level and come right back down to the bottom of the channel and just get tight again. So don't be, I'm not saying we're going to rip, but we could. The way the moving average, the way the MACD's looking, we could rip. It's like very, very lack of a lack of sell pressure. And remember, we even gave you this on Saturday morning, right? This cup and handle here. This cup and handle with the rip to the upside as well, and then the sideways price action. Then today I said, look for this to bounce, right? This on the live stream, I said, look for us to bounce right here. Otherwise, we're going to make the M and dump. I said, as long as the 15-minute doesn't lose the 2 MA, I would not short price today. Anyone that got caught up shorting just, you know, got caught up in the chop. Got caught up in the chop. I knew not to short if we didn't lose the 15-minute 200, you see? And I knew that to stay long if we consolidated. We're still consolidating, so it tells me not to get off the long idea. The long idea is still there. The probability that I took at the beginning is still here. You understand? Everything is math. That's why when price action shifts and changes, as long as the math doesn't change, you keep the same exact prerogative. I'm going to do a Crypto Lifer Summer School for my boys who are 11 and 13. Subscribe to the quarterly in mid-June. They're excited. God bless you, man. That's awesome. Very smart idea. Yeah, every Bitcoin was going to rip eventually. BB? BB? Out during the stream, my wife wouldn't even know. If I yelled for my kids like I was dying, if I was like getting sick right now, just weird stuff is happening to me where I could be like passing out and I just, you know what I mean? And I just want to make, you know, I just like, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Yeah, MOODENG bounced from the bottoms. I mean, it was on the bottom. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, I miss MOODENG. I'm all set, man. I'm not chasing this coin. Maybe it goes back to $1 billion in at 4X's. Oh well. Oh well. I told my cousin and friend that stupid MOODENG was going to go. It was down 80 previous, then boom. It's just one. You'll be all right, King of Kings. Don't worry. Don't sweat it, man. Just one trade, one coin. You'll be all right. So I gave you my Bitcoin idea. It's likely to go sideways through the night. I see us either doing this or pumping. I don't see a dump happening, though. It looks more likely we're going to go sideways and then possibly pump again later on. Very, very interesting. All right. Very interesting. So that's my Bitcoin update. Nothing else you kind of need to know. And then I'll pick back up at 7 in the morning when I wake up ready to go on Monday. Let's take a look at Forex Factory. We're going to see what's happening for the week ahead. Just kind of get ready for where we're going. Thanks, man. Yeah. Somebody said scary. Yeah. Where do you see AERO going? Thank you. AERO drone. Shout out to King Taro. And let's take a look. AERO drone. And someone asked about PEPE. So we'll do PEPE and AERO. And then I got to look at that. I mean, virtual is starting to get the move here. Really starting to break out. Once virtual goes, everyone's going to wish they got in. And they're going to FOMO for that thing. So I see PEPE breaking out. As I told you, this is kind of an ascending triangle here. It's looking pretty beautiful. Measured move for PEPE is all the way up to about, I'll take 1968. So I see PEPE doing damage here and continuing to rip, especially if Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin does, if Bitcoin takes a massive dump, everything dumps. But if Bitcoin stays sideways, what it looks like it will, and play ball with us here, PEPE is going to continue to pump. Look for PEPE to do damage in the next couple of days. I say by Friday of next week, this pump should have played out for 41% gains out of PEPE. So just, pay attention to PEPE, see, it could happen. It definitely looks highly probable to me that PEPE will make some moves here to the upside. Bang, stop loss, below that previous beginning of the pattern there, and that's how I would play PEPE, right there. I mean, that looks beautiful. That's called an ascending triangle, and there's nothing wrong with that setup right there, folks, especially with the volume and the type of market we're in right now. See, trading setups depending on the volume and the setup we're in. Like right now, the market's very, very poised for a move. You have a lot of eyes on it. More people searching, coming into the Google searches. A lot is happening here for PEPE and other things. All right. Where do you see AERO going? Says King Tarot. Thank you so much for these super chats on a weekly candle close Sunday night. I appreciate that so much. God bless everybody jumping on in. If you didn't know, I do a weekly candle close every Sunday night. The last 2 Sunday nights, we weren't able to do them. I was flying. One night I was flying to Dubai. The next night I was basically flying from Dubai, Sunday night to Sunday night. I had to miss both Sunday night weekly candle closes. I greatly apologize for that, right? And 2 Monday streams. But we were back at it this week, ready to rock, and you guys really supported me. I mean, we got 1,300 people here on the stream, 333 likes. Look at the 333. Always 333. Follow me around. I got to show you guys don't believe me. 333. Look at that beautiful intro. You got to love that intro. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I love y'all. I love what I do, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So Pepe looking interesting. Okay, I like what I'm seeing for Pepe. Let's take a look at the Forex Factory and what's coming for the week ahead. Okay, Monday, May 12th, coming at you. Nothing crazy. All right, no red days, no nothing. Tuesday, we've got core CPI month over month coming in. That's going to create a frenzy at 8:30 in the morning Tuesday. So watch out for volatility if you're in a heavy trade. There's definitely going to be some spike in price action. It's forecast to be 0.3. The previous was 0.1. So we're going to see if the core CPI month over month is the same as forecast or a little higher. All right. And then Wednesday, nothing burger. All right. Thursday, nothing burger. And then we have so Tuesday we have core CPI. And then we skip, and then Thursday we have core PPI and unemployment claims. So 8:30 Thursday, write it down. So you get your sticky, right? This is what the smart thing to do. You get your sticky note and you write 8:30 Tuesday, and I just write RD, RF, red folder, and then 8:30 Thursday. This is just because you'll be in a trade. What happened to me? I'm in a hot trade. You get really into the trade. Price action's got you going. You completely forget about this. I stick this to my screen. I've done the digital way. I've done all the other stuff. It never seems to work. I forget. This is going to work. At 8:30 in the morning, I'm going to know. And so every Sunday night, we go over this for the week ahead, so you can kind of get ready, just so you know what times. And this is Eastern Daylight Savings Time. This is going to be my time right now. My time is 8:43 p.m., so if you want to kind of match your clock to that. So at 8:30 in the morning, get ready. All right. Tuesday and Thursday for the week. And we look at the CME watch tool, too. We get kind of ready for the month ahead, see what's happening. And I tell you what, it doesn't look like we're going to get a rate cut in June. You know, you see June still 82%. But when we flip to July, that's when we flip to a 50% that there's going to be a rate cut. So it says there's going to be and this thing is spot on. I've never seen it wrong. You know, the speculation is key. And then September, we're getting into possibly 2. And by December, I mean, you're at 35% and at 30. So we're starting here. So 1, 2, we could have 3 rate cuts. And you know what that would do to risk on assets and pump Bitcoin and the S&P, the NASDAQ, Tesla would pump, Planeteer, all your stocks would do damage. NVIDIA would start to go master, you know, MicroStrategy. So I don't see a rate cut in June, but I see a rate cut in July, almost guaranteed. And we'll see as it happens. He was kind of fumbling over his words, as you could definitely see it. Everything's fine. Wow, Virtual is getting a nice move there. And come on, Daddy, if I see Virtuals do 78, I'm going to be a happy man. Happy man. Just keep caking off. What I do, I just keep swing trading these coins. I make more money during these swing trades than people make on their long-term holds. And then I can be out of the market when the market's not great. And I can keep my capital on the sidelines. I find it amazing. I like to swing. Swing, baby, swing. So yeah, so MOODENG had a nice pump. So be it. You pumped out the flag. Nice little move. Don't beat yourself up, man. There'll be many more. Many more. Let's take a look at White Rock's on my radar here. And PEPE looks nice to me, too. This thing's just consolidating nicely after getting some buzz. Finally made it to Mech C2 as well from the Dexes. Something tells me this coin's going to do numbers over time. I'm not in it right, but it just, definitely something to pay attention to. I'll add an alert here and watch what's happening. Definitely something to watch, though. Okay, let's go back into the chat. You people are awesome. I want to see what you're saying. How you doing, Sam? Can you look at WorldCoin from Noah Brown? We'll take a look at World. Thank you, Noah. I missed a bunch of fat Jeffries already. Pant my crypto bags. Cash me out, normies. Go short, get wrecked, and website. You're funny, man. Self-writing new internet on ICP. That's interesting. I don't even know what that means. Let's take a look at WorldCoin. Always had a kind of a shady vibe, this coin, right? I was never like a fan. Had a crazy wick there. Is that the same everywhere? I'll look at on Mech C here. Had a really shady wick there on Coinbase. Okay, so this thing was hot. And remember, it was basically the Illuminati coin, right? They have like the eyeball watching you, basically. I mean, creepers, right? Talk about creepy. They got kicked out of like Ethiopia or something too. Like some African country was like, get out of here. You're spying on us. They didn't even tell us, So it already had a reputation of being a little shade, So it's breaking out finally of that falling wedge. You could assume that it will come back somewhere to these highs. The daily, wants to break above the 200 MA. The 8-hour did break above the 200. So I would look for this to flag out, something like this, see? Look for it to make the ascending triangle with the 21 curving up, and it's probably likely going to continue to pump. I don't like trading this coin just because it gives me the heebie-jeebies, but, hey, no emotions, right? It looks like you could still make a nice swing trade here. And the target will take you to 173 for WorldCoin. And we go through all the super chats here. We don't miss them. We'll make sure we get every single one of them. Joker NYC, thanks for all you do, Lifer. Can we check DIA on the daily? Let's take a look at DIA on the daily from Joker NYC. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We'll go to CoinX on this. Shout out to CoinX, hanging out with CoinX over in Dubai with the Crypto Factor. Had a blast. Good times, good times, good times. So we just broke above the daily 200 MA there on DIA. And that looks like you could get busy. A lava break above the 200 MA. Now I would just look for some type of stable price action on another time frame. One of two things. Either this flag breaks out, something serious, or you come back down to the bottom of the channel. Not really sure. Price action's a little sketchy right now. I'd love it if it came right back down there and get it at 45. Otherwise, it might break out something like this. And then start to play around in this area. If it breaks out and retests 55, that's a steal. Comes down to 45, it's a steal. I can't tell for sure just now. Looks like it may drop a little bit more first and then pump. Either way, so either if it pumps down to 45, hangs out and then pumps, or it starts to break out here, I see it headed to 89. Just not exactly sure how it's going to play out there right now. I can see two different moves, all right, for DIA. But thank you, Joker. We appreciate you, man. We love you. And shout out to Rudy. We shouted out your mom, Martha. God bless you, Rudy. Thank you. Shout out to CoinDog. We looked at PTGC. Shout out to Lazaro Alberto. We looked at FARTCOIN. Shout out to the Daily Bars, Crypto Technical Analysis. We did look at PEPE. Shout out to King Taro. We got to look at Aerodrome. And then Brett from Media. And then there's more coming our way here. So let's take a look at AERO from King Taro. Aerodrome on Coinbase. This is one of my favorite long-term holds. I've been in AERO since 30 cents. It came all the way back to 30 cents, only to rip back up to 79 again. But wow, this thing is taking a beat down numerous times. It's basically, we got in here, it ripped all the way to 217. Made a bottom, ripped all the way back to 220. Made a bottom, and hey, by golly gee oh my, is it going to rip back to that high yet again? Insanity, right, for AERO. Might have to sell that time, finally. I see it trucking along, though, making higher highs and higher lows. As long as Bitcoin kind of plays ball, too, as well. So will AERO. It's the market maker for Coinbase, for the base chain. You think it's going to be, it's like the next cake. I don't see how, I was surprised when the market did what it did because I was spot on with the call here for like what it does and what's going to do. AERO. I see it ripping up to $1.32 not too long from now. Probably take, though, 5-6 days, then the rip, you know, it could take till about June 10th, June 5th, something like that. AERO, though, AERO, baby. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. I'm just going over the technical analysis, seeing how I see it. Let's take a look at Brent. And we got Brett all over the place. Coinair, I got a USD, right? Brett just sitting on, I think it'd be on, Brett's got to be on Coinbase. No? It's funny, it's like their main coin. It's not even on Coinbase there. They got the perpetual on MEXC, Gate.io, Femex, MEXC. Weeks has it too. But all the perpetual. I'll go to CoinX again there. CoinX tends to have it. Wow, so we were looking at Brett down there at 3 cents, and still Brett has ripped all the way. I still own Brett. We got into Brett dumb early, but it got rejected by the 200 MA there on the daily time frame. Again, just kind of like Bitcoin, you're watching to see, you know, what's going to happen to BTC. I know you don't believe that, but that's just because if this kind of stays flat, then you're going to get into this little flag. You see, and then you'll rip. And a little bit of bearish div that got confronted. Now you're kind of inside of a flag here for Brett. Oversold. It looks like the whole market could rip. It really does. Brett's just looks a little sketchy compared to, it kind of pumped a little early. But I see it continuing. I really do. But it depends on the market. You know, Bitcoin got to hold it and do its thing. Where's Bitcoin now? 104.5. We're still doing our thing for BTC. I could see Brett mooning and that Brett would go to 13 cents. All right. I love the channel. Been watching for a couple years now. Please pray for my mom. She's in the hospital trying to wake up after a possible heart attack. I'm so sorry to hear that. Shout out to Reese Kramer. Moment of silence. Dear Lord, please bless Reese's mom. We don't know why these things happen, but, you know, may you protect our loved ones in the best way possible and us in these hard times. And may you bring us closer, not further away, no matter what happens. May God bless his whole family and his mom, and may she wake up. May she wake up. You know, amen. Sorry to hear that, man. I know how you feel. I really do. Love the channel. God bless you, brother. ICP price prediction from the Hoover family. God bless my Hoover family people. Holding me down for a long time. Let's take a look at ICP here on the tube. Internet computer. I mean, I see that same flag, the one I just saw on Brett. You see it? You know, I can see these ascending triangles almost everywhere. And it looks like we're just like everything wants to break out as Bitcoin's getting tighter. I see one more pump here too to 646. Well, let's take a look at the bigger prediction for ICP. So this coin was hot. Remember, it had the issue. Then it got dumped on. It was like $200 a coin at one point. 250, 230, right? And then it got slammed. Then it had some fun from 3 to 14. And it's back to its bottom again. But finally did just break out. Curving up on the weekly. And the weekly showing signs of a move. Sad thing is a lot of things got sold off, so it's going to take a lot of volume just to get them back to our all-time high. I see it getting back to 14, 15 bucks, but that looks like it's going to take 5 to 6 weeks. You know, and then where are you going to go from there? Then another pullback, then a continuation pump, and then what? But we'll get to 200, I don't know. You know, your best bet is like another consolidation here and then another pump. I mean, I could see it possibly getting to $28 or $30. It says it's going to take, though, till February of 2026. It could take some time. I don't see, unless these coins go straight up, I don't see a lot of these coins getting back to their all-time highs. Not every coin's going to do it. Then you're going to get new coins coming in, too, and you're going to get launch pads with new ideas. That's also going to kind of change the market up a little bit. So you have a lot coming our way here. You got to take into consideration how big Solana keep getting the love. Sweet keeps getting the love. This coin hasn't been getting the love like that. I see it pumping, but how high? You know, maybe $30 at the end of the rally. I could be wrong, but I just, you know, show me where the money's coming from for ICP. All right. ZBEC will be huge. Yeah, ZBEC is pretty. I hear about it more and more. I'll give that to you. Was it ZBCN? Yeah, that thing is gaining steam. I'm hearing about it all the time. You ain't kidding. Sideways flag here for ZBEC too. Let's talk about it. And see, that's consolidation. Like, that looks way better than ICP. You can see it's pumped from the bottom, and now it's consolidating. You know, you want to trade things that are hotter. You know, you want to be in the right coins at the right time. The technical analysis will tell you what's more likely to pump. What is the more, you know, what is a bigger volume area? What is a larger measured move? Like, this looks good to me. It's got a lot of buzz. I've been noticing it. More people keep talking about it. It's got social volume, right? People keep, you know, bringing it up. ZBCN. That's what I do. I pick up on the buzz. I'm always watching the market. People are coming here, sending in super chats. This is the channel. Where to look at MOODENG. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to the wife and all the other moms out there. God bless you, Ape. Thank you. Yeah, Kaz is about to smash 12 shortly. And Bitcoin supply shock incoming. I firmly agree with that statement. 100%. People don't realize, man, they're going to wish they bought more. People are going to look back on these times and they're like, dang, man, I thought Bitcoin was this big coin that I just, you know, everything was going to outperform it. I needed these little altcoins. I learned this cycle was different. I learned around 15, 16,000. You know, there was time to buy more BTC and get heavy into Bitcoin. I learned my lesson. Yeah. Thank you so much for the discipline. Going to spend my time chilling on them infinity pools. Too many morning in Dubai. One love. We miss you, brother. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, man. I had great mornings hanging out. And I had a good time. I tune in. I just got the music. God bless you, brother. For all the moms in our memories, live long and prosper. Amen. To all the people that have lost their mom like me. To everyone that had a beautiful mom like I did. May today just be, you know, we all kind of cherish every moment that we have alive and be blessed that we have great moms. All right. I buy minimum $30 of Bitcoin a day now. Smart, man. It's the smartest thing I've ever heard from anybody. Virtual ripping to the upside, 210, baby. And now we are in the money on that call. We got a long leg to go here on the stochastics. And there's the breakout on virtual to the upside. Shout out to Taylor Murphy. God bless you, Taylor. Thank you for jumping on in. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Blessed to see you here on the stream. So there's virtual. I see virtual is headed to 278 and the breakout. There's the call I gave already at about 192. Chilling at 210, 208, and continuing to rip with the punch to the upside. Let's take a look at ONDO for Taylor. And ONDO here on MEXC. So ONDO. I saw ONDO on the 3-day chart and said, hey, it's a buy here off the bottom of the channel. I don't see how it doesn't continue to rip to the upskis. Shoulder, head, right shoulder there for ONDO. And then it came right to this resistance. It gaps through. It can head all the way to 148. Not too shabby. Now it's got this kind of trend line here. ONDO. I'll wait for the 21-day moving average. The 3-day struggling slightly. And again, I just want to see the daily consolidate. Have that 21 come up to it, and then it's going to blast. About 6, I'd say about somewhere between 5 and 6 days. 4 to 8 days. You know, I don't know exactly. Somewhere in there. But we're going to consolidate and then have a beautiful pump to the upside. I could see ONDO headed all the way back to 145. Looks like it'll take about 2 weeks, though. I lost my mom. She was a wonderful woman. God bless you. We'll look at DEAI 01 token here. 01 Labs. Look, that's going to gap up to the 200. When you get tight, you punch up to the 200 MA. It takes time, but you're likely going to get there. And then once you kind of decide that's a fact, then you can just look for a flag on the 4-hour time frame. And it looks like we might make it kind of an uptrending flag here. Get ready for a parabolic move. But yeah, that looks like only a matter of time. Can already kind of see where that's headed to as well. 23 cents. It's weird, like your whole life is trading the markets, right? And then as the markets change, your mind changes. And then there's some times where like your mind shifts and it's the market or is it your reality? And you can't even tell the difference. Like, am I looking at the charts differently than I used to? Did my reality change? And did I change as a person or am I changing as a trader? I go through this all the time because like your mind is what's watching price action and you're kind of moving through price in your head all the time. But you're also a person that's going through life, right? Because before I was in the charts, it was life. Now it's life and the charts. They kind of like, I can't explain it. I think you know what I'm saying. It's really crazy to be someone who trades for a living. Like you're always in the charts. The charts are part of your brain. Changes the way you see yourself and the world. Shout out to the 95,971 subscribers. Can we get to 96,000 subs? I would greatly appreciate it. We are on our way. These are milestones right here. About to go to 100,000 subscribers. 95,971. We've been on a massive uptrend here. And just, I want to show you guys something. If you go to Lifetime, you can see when I started the channel, my first year, there's nobody, right? Look, I did this for September 1st of 2019, September 9th of 2019, all the way to September of 2020. Look, 100 subscribers. Nobody knew. Another 2 years, I finally got like almost 6,000 subscribers. And then it continued to grow, right? 31,000 subscribers 3 years ago. See what I'm saying? It takes a long time. It's, you know, and here we go on our way to 96,000 subs. And anyone that hits the subscribe button that comes back to you tenfold, thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for everybody that helps me and gives me support. I appreciate it more than you would ever know. It has been very difficult to do this every single day without a day off for years on end. I've been sick. I've had headaches. I've had, you know, some days I've just woken up and been like just not, you know, just hasn't felt good. Bitcoin ripping 104,600. Now our trade's in the money here, up $150. Let's see if we can continue to get this rippage. Tell you, 1% is $150. These things rip when you put 100,000. It's $10,000. Look, 9,000 at 11x leverage. We don't play here. Mikkel or Sam. Yeah, I know, right? What about Billy Betts? Thanks for all your time. I am grateful. Amen. I know, they got me. Bitcoin got 100K before me. But we got 26 more people. We at least cracked 96,000. One step, one moment at a time here. The DEAI might actually continue to rip a little more before it pulls back, but eventually it's going to pull back here, in my humble opinion. And then you'll be able, I always believed in you from us together on the 19K buy on the live with all the RSI MA 200. Thank you, Sammy. You mean the world to us and the lifers, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. 19K Bitcoin. Take care of your mind, body, and soul, Sammy. We love and appreciate all that you do. We'll one day reach 1 million lifers on the live. Light and happiness will reach all the light we need. God bless you, man. Receive all that we need. Amen. Just tell me I'll be there. We don't need a plan. And Bitcoin poking out, possibly getting a move out of a double bottom here to the upside. So dream away. And then the call of the night virtual just doing damage. It was only a matter of time. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that pump. All the way to 217 headed. And then that is a moon, city moon, baby. There we go. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. How much people funding their trading account with the Join the Group Library? I mean, it's completely up to you, man. It depends on what you're doing. Yeah. Wow, beautiful move for virtual, and it's getting far away from that 21. It's like that's a short squeeze if I've ever seen one. Massive pump, but it did it here before, and it kind of eventually just made its way. I wouldn't be surprised if it came down a little bit here and then eventually pumped, though. That is a run. Wow. Working on 5 months with you 24/7. We're different. God bless you, brother. Shout out to Low Song Crypto. Shout out to everyone here that's built different, that works as hard as me, day in and day out with no days off. And you just know you're built different. You know, put a 333 if you just know there's something about you you can't stop. Everyone tells you to take a chill pill. Everyone tells you work too hard. Everyone tells you you go a little above and you just keep moving. Spread your love. Look at this. In Dubai, you can buy these dollars. A Dubai dollar. A golden dollar bill. This is really made of gold. You can only buy this on the... I bought this at the top. Limited edition masterpiece. And it's real gold. 0.1. Pretty crazy, right? Anyway, I thought this was pretty beautiful. Can't really see it. It's got the camel on it. It's got the Burj Khalifa. Dubai's a good place to go. Visit a couple times a year. Hang out for sure. Wow, Bitcoin. This thing went to 223 virtual. That's a pump. That's a beautiful pump to the upside. I mean, wow. Is that going to continue? That's insane. That's the rally that we were looking for. I mean, 30 on 190, 1/6. That ain't bad. Of 20K, already up 3,000. That's what I'm looking for, 3,000 a day. Wow. Yeah, 22.8. I'll be selling 25.9. That's a nice 3 racks right there on virtual. That thing, I'd look at the small time frame, see what they're doing. You got to make sure that the 1 minute can flag out here. If the 1 minute flags out, this thing's going to continue to rip to the upside here and go on a massive tear. And this is what it's going to be like every single time I'm live. There's going to be massive super chats, people coming in, people going crazy. It's going to be nuts. And there's going to be call after call. Bitcoin ripping to $105,000. Are you kidding me? We are up now big on the trade. $500 on the trade. We're continuing to take gains and kick butt here. Bitcoin, $105,000 virtual ripping. And it is a weekly candle close like we've never seen with the volatility coming on in here for Bitcoin. A beautiful pump. Thank you, Sam, for all that you do. We really appreciate your dedication and hard work, remembering and giving thanks to all the moms. Much love. Shout out to Margaret. Thank you so much. And God bless all the people that send me love my way. God bless everybody that sends love my way. Bitcoin ripping. Doing damage here. I mean, that was a pump. Up $500 out of nowhere. I wasn't even thinking we would hit it. Wow, what 104,990 here for BTC. Let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame. And look, I made a trade on BitTinex too, right? I forgot about this one. This one we can move the stop loss to break even now. I showed you how to scalp that. So now look, we got to lock in that profit below that wick. See if it can continue to go. We got wicked out. That's great. That's how you scalp, okay? In and out. In and out. Scalp, scalp, scalp. This is my scalp account. Wow, 104.5, right? So I put the stop right above break even there. Wow, we're moving though, huh? Amazing. Virtual is 219. I sell that. That's another 3 racks. It just keeps stacking it. And I keep a bag of virtual too. Man, but that thing could keep ripping. It's at the previous high now of the flag. Wow. $500 of the trade. I didn't even expect to make another. This weekend has been an amazing weekend. I'm telling you, when you make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a weekend, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Bang, bang, bang. Life will give the signs of the charts. Trade deal with China, Ukraine, Chechen war is about to be over. Now all we need is a rate cut. I was in that virtual with you, Sammy, to make my biggest gain so far. The Lifer Saturday live trading is paid for with that trade. Thank you. Amen. And again, jump on into CryptoLifer.com All right? Find out more at CryptoLifer.com. It would be cool to sell this, have it come back down to the bottom of the pattern, be able to get in one more time. But what if it just continues to ripski? The small time frames, I mean, we're far away from that 21, but they look pretty nice. The 21 could come creep back up there. Let's look at the 1 minute too. Same virtuals look strong. This pump looks real. We may get a continuation here. Maybe no reason to take some profits. We may continue to pump. Look, as I said that, Bitcoin pump, right? It's funny. We may continue to... hello. No, I'm just drunk off gains. Wow, look how quick that went up and down, though. Crazy it is, right? A fast 500. I'll take my gains. I took my gains. You see that? I paid the trader. I didn't even expect it to pump that hard, that fast. Out of nowhere, I looked, I'm like, whoa. Bitcoin. Damage. Right? Virtual 220. And maybe one of those nights where we just continue to rip ski to the up ski. This is what we do, bro. We pay the trader. Sam, bro, I owe you much, man. I heard you say you swinging virtuals and full ported 20x. I'm up 220%. Hey, God bless you, man. You did it yourself. Don't blame me for your wins. Don't blame me for your losses. Just be happy that you were part of crypto and I was here. The Crypto Lifer showed up every single day. You stay killed the game, brother. That shift was real. How about a look at Trump? Please, my brother. Peace and blessings. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Jamal Antonio. I stay paying the trader, Jamal. I stay getting paid out here. Everyone's like, oh, I'm a trader at heart. I love making gains off these charts. Finding my way in these charts every single day. There is a way to get paid. I'm going to degen all night. I already know. I know. Then pay the lifer. Amen. Pay yourself first, 100%. Let's take a look at Trump from Jamal Antonio. ZBCN looks like it's going to be the next one to pump to the upside. Shout out to Crypto Billy making gains 153% on the 30x levy. Billy getting it in. I'm going to flash Billy's gains right here. Crypto Billy doing damage. God bless you, Billy, man. Thank you so much. And look at the gains. I mean, we had Popcat yesterday, Caspa today, right? We had KAITO, Popcat Friday into Saturday, KAITO Saturday afternoon, Caspa today, TIE kept ripping, the Bitcoin call that we took yesterday, Solana out the cup and handle, Ethereum call that just absolutely did damage. I was in it for days, never hit the stop loss, continued to rip, hit the target at $2,200. I mean, what else do you want? I hadn't traded ETH in years. I finally said I'm trading ETH and I hit it. It's so crazy, man. Then this Bitcoin call, we nailed it. I gave the flag at night too, continued to pump there. Unbelievable. Another Bitcoin call out the flag to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. You can see no stop loss got hit in the making of these trades. Paying it forward. Appreciate it, Sammy. Shout out to Rooster with a $10 super chat. My man. Blessings on blessings. And on a Sunday night pump, it's good to sell. Virtual, though, still at 220, man. Holding it down. I'm wondering if I should take these gains or not. $11,800 virtuals. I'll make myself a nice $3,500 stack McChange out here. Stacking it. And I just keep rolling it, man. That's 10 grand in a couple days on these altcoins. I'm in euphoria, drunk off these gains. Let's take a look. What did somebody ask about? They asked about Trump coin here. Let's take a look at Trump. So Trump bottomed out there at 10, bounced back up, and now it's in that same flag that I showed you a lot of coins are in. If your coin is hot, it's in this flag. I see Trump coin doing damage. I really do. Looks like this thing's going to rip to the upside and do some absolute damage. And if you may, the stop below 1350 may never get hit. This thing could do some, I mean, that's a cup and handle. Like, that's a Sammy cup and handy to the upside there for Trump coin. And again, I could be wrong. You never know. High risk, high reward, but bang. I mean, you could even put support or resistance below the previous support there. Like, you can go extra low at 1381. Target at 1899. Again, I don't pick sides here. Like, I know it's a meme, high risk, whatever you want to say. The whole Trump thing that happened, you know, not a lot of people were happy with what this whole thing and the altcoins. To this day, it was a black swan event, right? I mean, let's be honest. And what a sell for Bitcoin at 104,620. You got to pay the trader. Whenever there's a crazy pump, it's good to pay the trader. I'm going to sell that virtuous call and pay myself. All right? Yep. Did it sell it? Yeah, it filled, oh, no. Let's see here. No. I still got my open order. You didn't take my order, though? Hold on. They're selling that thing off fast now. Crypto Billy knew. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Beautiful sell. 220 would have been nice. 216, I'll take it. But I'm still up on the move. And that thing may continue to pump. I like Trump now. My next swing may be Trump coin here. Now I'm looking into Trump. I'm looking at my next victim. Altcoin to altcoin. What's my next altcoin that I'm going to slaughter? Right? No love for these coins, man. I don't love them. I don't date them. Don't hate them. Don't date them. Just trade them. And when they all come and go, everybody, when all the shillers come, when all the shillers go, when all the projects go up and down, I'll still be here trading. I'm not going anywhere. Sammy the trader, baby. We keep rocking it every single day. Shout out to everyone that's given us setups, ideas, super chats. All the people that are honed in and disciplined with the lifer. I love y'all. First super chat of many to come. You are the man. God bless you, Nate Sansbury. Nate, God bless you. Thank you so much for the love, brother. Shout out to Rooster, who's paying it forward with the $10. Turbo still doing well. Suey still doing well. I got setups ready to rock. And let's take a look at the fan funding here. Nate, thank you so much. Rooster, thank you so much. Jamal Antonio, thank you so much. Margaret Ness, God bless you. Remembering all the moms and giving thanks to all the moms out there. Much love. You're a blessing, Margaret. Always have something nice to say and always giving a super chat. You give so much to me. Thank you. Working on month 5 with you 24/7. We are different. Shout out to Low Sun Crypto, Jimmy Bitcoin. What do you think of space in time? SEX, brand new coin, not much price data. I'll have to look at it on my own and I'll come back to you tomorrow. Is that okay? Shout out to Taylor Murphy with Virtual and ONDO. The Hoover family with Injective Protocol. Let's take a look at Injective and ICP. I didn't look, I missed that one there. Love the channel. Been watching for a couple years now. Please pray for my mom. We did that, Reese. We love you. Shout out to Noah Brown. Shout out to Meditate Daily. We looked at Brett. We looked at AERO for King Taro. Shout out to the Daily Bros, Pepe. We looked at that FARTCOIN for Lazaro Alberto. And shout out to PTGC. We looked at that as well from Kunda. Shout out to Rudy 007 and Joker NYC. And everybody that gave tonight, thank you so much. That's so nice and loving that you would give to the channel. Much respect and love. And Bitcoin back at 104.40. That was just a quick little weekend crazy Sunday night pump. You gotta respect and take advantage of. And to me, it made sense that Bitcoin was just getting to the top of the channel and that it would likely kind of bounce back to the bottom of the channel here. I may be able to get into the same trade yet one more time. So Hey, you see me pay myself all the time, everybody. I just made another probably $480 on that trade after some fees. But bang, bang, bang. And shout out to everyone that gave. You people are absolutely amazing. Virtuals back at 216. We took gains on that too as well. And wow, we're at 984 on our way to 96,000 subscribers. Everyone, $107 in chat revenue. We got 1,400 people here, 560 likes. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a party on a Sunday night, man. I'm excited. It feels so good to be back home. Like, I love being in Dubai, don't get me wrong, but the whole time I was there, I was like, is the internet gonna cut out on me? Why does my stream, after every time a stream would be ripping, do we get these like weird cutouts, even no matter where we were? You know, it would seem better in the hotel, but then I was building it, setting my setup, running around, going all the... I was tired, no sleep. As fun as Dubai seemed to everybody on the outside, I was exhausted. I could not wait to get home to my kids and my family. The only cool thing was hanging out with Jamie. He's such a boss. I had a good time, man. I really did. Like, that was the meeting my business partner, someone that I've been running the business with for a long time now. And it's just a good time, man. Just a good time. Shout out to anyone that supported me throughout all that and didn't hate on me. People hate on you and you go, oh, look at him now, you know. So crazy. And as I continue to grow and my life continues to grow, shout out to everyone that just loves me no matter what. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me because there's a lot of people that hate on you when you begin to have a cruel life and do different things. And it's sad because you want to take everybody with you, but you can't because not everyone's going to be happy for you no matter what you do, you know. So, people want to look at Solana. It's got this funny kind of shoulder, head, right shoulder thing going on. Like, you know, you got a bit of a head and shoulder pattern beginning to form here, right? So we talked about the cup and handle. It ripped from 149 all the way to 180. We knew that it was going to rip to the 200 MA on the daily time frame. And now you're just kind of like, okay, just trade the daily. You're just going to wait for this flag to catch up. Same thing for Bitcoin. Like, we're just waiting for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can go on this like 4 to 5 days sideways price action. The big boys will follow. The smaller altcoins will pump. And then everything will get its next leg up to the upside. Solana will rip up to $214. And everything will be hunky-dory. And we just got to hold this key level here. And that could boom all the way up to about $214. And you got resistance, but once you rip through that, so yeah, I'd be just looking for some sideways price action in here. And, you know, anywhere between 160 and 180, Solana kind of hangs out, might wick around, but only a matter of time. And then I see a big move coming for Sol. It might trend a little further down. I don't know exactly how it's going to trend, but when that 21 catches and that stochastics reset, this thing's going to be ready for a monster move. And I have a big old bag of Solana, so yes. Whenever I look at Solana, it makes me want to look at Chainlink, see what's happening to Chainlink. Let's take a look at Chainlink. Man, the energy, I feel so amazing on the show. I felt sick before the show. Felt like I wasn't going to be able to do anything. I guess it's the energy. Every time I come here, we got to pump. I made gains. I could be sick in bed, man. The gains keep me alive, right? It's crazy. Hear that, Billy, right? So same thing here for Chainlink. It pumped beautifully, but it pumped up to its daily 200 MA. And now it needs to come back to the 21. But it's above price action. So just like so, like, you know, just a little flag before it gets ready for its next bigger move. And I see only a matter of time. Chainlink's headed to $35. Look at that beautiful shoulder, head, right shoulder that ended up breaking out beautifully, just like it was supposed to. Made gains on virtuals. Thank you, Sammy. Shout out to Jeff D. And everyone, we're going to start making serious gains on the channel. You're going to see it because there's going to be a lot of volume coming in, and we're going to scan the market. And it's only a matter of time, man. This thing's going to rip. Multiple coins, multiple ideas. We're going to see some gainage coming out of here. Shout out to anyone that joins the trading group. If you want to know more, jump on into the group with the Lifer. Go to CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com. All right. And if you want to trade where I made gains, Max C. Paid little to no fees on that. Almost zero fees, man. Max C is the best. Weeks has the least amount of fees comparatively. And then BitTinex is where I did that swing trade where I took gains. And I'm always using these 3 exchanges, Weeks, MEXC, and Bit10X. Hit the link if you want to trade with the lifer. All right. And Casper ripping too. And I got so many setups in the trading group if you want to know. I can't be here all night going over every setup. But I got a lot of setups ready to rock. And it is, you know, the weekly candle close. We do this every Sunday night, folks. No matter how tired I am, no matter what's happening, I show up 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday night. You know, I'm out to dinner with family and friends. I say I have to leave early. You know, everyone wants to have dinner, you know, 8 to 10, and we'll hang out. I got to be home for my group and for my life, you know, and so it keeps me for the last 5 years. I'm home every Saturday night, every Sunday night, you know, and I'm not out drinking and I'm not out partying. I'm a nerd in the charts. Everyone wants to be jealous of what I got and what I do. Well, do you want to sacrifice it all? I sacrificed everything for what I've got, and I keep pushing every single day, and now I got it in lock. Like, how many days straight can somebody do this? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. I work 24/7 to make sure you make gains, no days off. I taught class this Saturday morning for 3 hours. I worked my butt off this weekend. Everyone's like, oh, how was your weekend? I worked my butt off this weekend. I come back Monday ready to rock after working all weekend ready to rock. You know. So I'm going to teach you how to keep it moving so you can find the best version of yourself. If you join my trading group, go to cryptolifer.com and don't play yourself. Why join a different group? I don't take days off. Like, who else do you want to be around? I'm just saying. Who else do you want to be around? My strategies are tried and true. I show how they play out day in and day out over and over again on multiple assets around the world. I got the sauce to teach you the way. I've turned many, many people into amazing traders. All right? I know I can do it for you. If you want it as bad as I wanted it, then there's no way you're going to be denied. And then I teach you how to keep your mind. Your mindset is everything. If you tell yourself you're going to win, you're going to win. Look, they're going to go down here and probably bring it down to 102.8 maybe. They could flush this puppy down now. That might have been the high there at 105 on the top. Virtual is still looking good inside the flag. Almost was like no reason to really sell it because this flag was looking good. I still got some baggage. I didn't sell it all. And I see it continuing. It's probably going to pump out this flag to 243. Chance you could even make this scalp. That's a 1 minute scalp, though. Very high risk on the wick there. 214. The more I listen to you, the more I become a better version of myself. I love you, Sam. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Lifer, your virtuous call made me 1K tonight. I'm joining the 99 tonight. Hey, man, thank you. And I'm going to continue to give you calls every single day, everything that I can give you. All right. I entered 25K on APT 484 days ago. What do you think of my position? APT Aptos? I mean, you're in the gains. You got it at 480. It's got that same flag that everything else is in, though. That you know, it's a weird flag. I'd stay away from that. You know, I'd almost just kind of do this. Just want to see that the 8 hour, the 4 hour, these dailies play out. Yeah, but I'd say you're good to go. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a financial advisor, but man, you got a great entry. And you're below, look, if you're below the 200 MA, 480 is below, I mean, you got a great entry. On top of the 200 MA is unlikely you're going to go below that. That's far more likely you're going to head to 739. I think you did great. My TA says you did absolutely great and you're going to win. I'm actually super excited for you with 480 entry, man. Like, you nailed it. Like, someone actually did the right thing. It takes you to be a legend for that call, bro. It's basically the bottom. And you bought the higher low on the low stochastic. It looks good to me, brother. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I hope it looks good to you. I'm fully convinced you're about to say, you're funny, man. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. let's jump back into BTC, kind of see what's happening before I jump out of here, just to kind of let you marinate on the thoughts I give you here for the night. So we knew that was a crazy spike to the top of the channel. We knew it was likely just a short-lived move because, you know, Sunday night's pretty volatile. Usually you're not going to get the actual move Sunday night. You know, you're going to get some type of spike. That was crazy, though. That could have continued. You know, I did sell in the back of my head. I was like, man, am I selling what could be huge? A huge pump right now? So what we're seeing is, what I'd like to see is, you know, a bounce here tight, and just, you know, throughout the night, we go tight. In the morning, this thing looks ready to go. Like 4 or 5 hours from now, we're ready to rock. And the same idea is not changed. This could pump hard. If the 15-minute loses the 200 MA, that's going to be my first sign, and then a bearish retest. Then we'll drop down to 102.7, and then down to this high volume node here at 101.3. Those are two levels you're going to have to watch for, and that could happen. That's your bearish scenario. If you bounce and stay sideways and we end up right there, I'm long in that. So if we end up here and we kind of fall, no good. We bounce and go sideways and we end up right there, the long is intact. And I'm going to know in about 4 to 5 hours at tops, it looks like, what's going to happen here. So I'm going to leave my computer up with these alerts on. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to have to be checking Bitcoin. And I may even send a trade into the group. All right. Let's take a look at our baby Injective protocol that follows Atom, and a lot of DeFi started to move. You think Injective would have gotten a nice pump? It did, from the lows at 790 all the way up to 13, right? And I got a bag of this stake just sitting in that on the Kepler ecosystem, right? I say it's like two flags. It broke out of this flag, then it broke out of this falling wedge here too, right? You see that? Could head to 3480. Maybe in 2277, and then resistance at 1681. It hasn't gotten to the 4-day 200 MA. Let's take a look at the daily 200. On its way up there, but not there yet. Wow, I'd look for the flag on the 1 hour. Yeah, something like this. And again, if Bitcoin falls back, this is that flag. Everything's in right now. So, but I'm bullish. I'm more bullish than bearish on all these moves, and I can see Injective continuing. The bigger target's 16. That target's 15. All right. My oldest just moved out Saturday. I'm old. Shout out to GF Perk, man. That's crazy. Lifer, I cannot super chat, and my English is bad, but you're my favorite trading to watch. My goal is to be a part of your group before the end of the year. You'll do it, man. God bless you. You'll do anything you put your mind to, everybody. Anything you put your mind to, you're going to do. I did things I put my mind to. I don't work for anybody. I'll never work for someone again for the rest of my life. I will never work for someone again for the rest of my life. You hear me? 42 years old. I'm a self-made millionaire. I will never work for someone for the rest of my life. I will continue to create opportunity for others every single day. I'll find a way to hire people so they can have opportunity. I'll never take a day off so everyone else can get paid. And I'll just continue to dedicate myself to what I love and what I do. And with that philosophy and that mindset, I'm going to go to the day I die, living the dream. Wow, Pippin, you're right. Pippin ripped. We see this a lot. We saw this in a lot of coins. This exact setup. It'd be nice to see a lot of coins just kind of mimic this Pippin setup. But Pippin ripping for sure. Pippin ripping for sure. So I got Bitcoin on lock for you. You know the bearish scenario if you lose the 15. You know what time frames to watch. You know what levels we're going to go to if we lose that level. Then you know what to do if we get the pop sideways and we're still good. And then if you're in the trading group, you're going to get an update from me either way. So have no fear. Everybody, I love you. I'm going to jump out of here for the night. And yeah, but I love you. I appreciate you. We're about to lose 104,000. Anyone that sold 105 with us, man, you are a boss. You learned how to pay yourself, pay the trader. So we made gains on the live. We made gains yesterday. This weekend was full of fat gains. I'm going to rejoice right now and be grateful that I made gains on the live stream, but also be wary that there could be a pullback here. I also sold my virtuals trade. It's back at 214. If Bitcoin dips, everything's going to pull back. Now, I don't want to go to bed on a Sunday night. It's pretty volatile. It's usually not the night you want to have all your positions crazy. So I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will be back tomorrow for another amazing, awesome Kick Butt live stream, everybody. You people are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to show up again, ready to rock. I'm excited for tomorrow's live stream. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. We have 625 beautiful souls here. People jumping in on the channel. Oh my gosh, we're about to hit 96,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone that hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow. 103,800 Bitcoin getting a beatdown now. And that's that Sunday night volatility. Be careful. The 50-minute could lose to 200 May. We may be down there at 102,500. BookMap suggests we're going to dump. It's got liquidity down to 102.5. Look at that. So BookMap kind of wants to pull us down a bit there to the downside. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much. I studied all the famous billionaires, millionaires, read books. And, you know, I found out what the secret to success is. You know what it is? It's getting started.